might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Randle. Here's Gobert. Outside Conley.
And look at how focused Van Vliet is on D, not allowing the shooter any space.
Back to Brooks. From outside the arc, knocks down the three ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And here's Randle after Dillon Brooks was able to get the triple. And stolen by Şengün. Thompson for three. A second chance effort. Got a piece of it. Conley with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Oh, good on the triple. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Şengün with this screen on Conley. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's Edwards from the arc. Houston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Thompson surveying the floor. Pass to Şengün. And Vliet on the wing. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
Rise and fire in the catch and shoot. Fred Van Vliet ready and willing.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Randle grabs the board. And Randle has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing here by 8. Green kicks to Şengün. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. For Minnesota, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
6 to shoot. Şengün finds Brooks. Buries it from three-point range. Brooks has got 9.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Back to Green. Thompson sets the pick for Green. Off target from three-point range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's good for 2.
That's the length and the stride of Rudy Gobert on the deck. Big man, go ahead.
Now here's Thompson. Nothing on the board. Drills the three-pointer.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 9. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And rebounded by McDaniels. Timberwolves trail by 7. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Gobert the pass to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Randall no good. Randall against Brooks. Puts up a 3. It's not going to go for him. It's been all about Dylan Brooks for the Houston Rockets. We witnessed him to... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Joe Ingles. Reed is out there with Miller. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2 guard. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
Timberwolves trail by 5. From deep three-point territory, Ingles can't get it to go. Rocket shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. Here's Smith, and Smith with the stuff.
And how about the force on that finish by Smith?
Here's Ingles. He gets it in there. Ingles has got his first basket.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Shots good by Miller.
I'll tell you, Joe Ingles is proving that as a passer, he is a special player.
With the drive, and Whitmore throws it down.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Alexander Walker, taken away by Holiday. Here's Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
Oh, 2 loud points from Smith there. Get up, Jabari.
Timberwolves trail by 10 from deep Ingles. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Houston's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Eason, a screen on Reed. Şengün, no good. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Ingles over Smith. Rebound by Smith.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Pass to Whitmore. Here's Eason. Smith sets the pick for Eason. A three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Now, Ingles. DiVincenzo kicks to Miller. Ingles dishes to Miller. Driving inside. And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Fires from way outside. Rebound by Smith.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. DiVincenzo finds Miller. Back to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Driving in.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Thompson, he's checked in for Şengün. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Jalen Green's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
And stolen by Thompson. VanVleet passes to Brooks. Smith against McDaniel. And here's Green outside. Minnesota with the rebound. McDaniel's got 5 rebounds tonight. Conley for 3. Another miss by Minnesota. VanVleet attacking.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
From deep 3-point territory. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Conley. No scoring in this one. At the guard position, VanVleet and Green. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's VanVleet. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Outside Edwards. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, someway, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat. And it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Şengün. The tray. That's good from VanVleet on the assist by Şengün. VanVleet's got 8.
Well, I mean, listen, Fred VanVleet, you can practically close his eyes. That's how comfortable he is out on the arc.
And stolen by Şengün. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Thompson, a screen on Conley. For 3, VanVleet.
Well, it's about hustling and contesting shots, and Julius Randle doing work defensively.
Gobert. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets leading by 15. Brooks for 3. Mike Conley with the rebound.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
They get it again. Gobert, no good. Rockets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Green inside the 3-point line. Another miss by Houston.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Out to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Handle outside. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks.
Well, there's height and reach to the advantage of Rudy Gobert. Just gets up and over the top of guys.
It's stolen by Edwards.
In the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Gobert. Beyond the arc. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And the wide open shot from Green. The Rockets with another miss.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Gobert. And that one drops. Gobert's got 9.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Van Vliet passes to Easton. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 11. For 3, Edwards. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Van Vliet kicks to Thompson. Into the lane. Şengün with a wide-open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The wheel. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Gobert. 9 points in the game so far. Tipped away. Shot clock at 6. High arcing shot. It's rebounded by Houston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Houston shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Team foul.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the number 2 overall pick in the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Jabari Smith comes in for Thompson. And Shepard subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Pass to Shepard. There's the 3. Here's Smith. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
And so it's Houston, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. Reed is out there with Clark. And it's Minot in at the 4-man position. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
For 3, Edwards bangs home the trifecta.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that 3-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Pass to Holiday. Fires for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Holiday's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Timberwolves trail by 14. Pulls up on the wing. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Smith. It's Clark with the rebound.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
There's a screen. Reed finds Edwards. A three for DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Houston.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Minot. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Now, Whitmore. Smith outside. Pass to Şengün. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Off target with his three. And Clark has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. It's Edwards on the wing. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
Pass to Eason. On the wing, Holiday. Smith sets the pick for Holiday. And the shot goes in. And the Rockets lead by 12. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Out to the wing. Clark for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Timberwolves trail by 12. Reed finds DiVincenzo. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. No good from Clark.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
For the 3. Reed misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Green, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Houston.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Şengün.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Now here's Gobert. And here is VanVleet. Here's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Rockets lead by 16.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
From downtown, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. So it's the Timberwolves now. Fires away from outside. Brooks grabs the board. And Thompson launches it from deep. Gobert pulls it in. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They
paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. And so Şengün will bring it up for Houston. Corner shot. The shot that time not on target.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Green. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Dort. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket, so let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. B.A.?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Holmgren. Williams from long range. The Thunder with another miss. And last season, Brett, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, B.A. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
Can't hit the corner 3.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Thompson with a screen. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
And this is what Van Vliet is known for, a volume three-point gunner who shoots it well.
The Rockets have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. There's the 3. And Van Vliet again missing. Oklahoma City's gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. And they're on the break. Fires from deep. Van Vliet missing again. The Thunder have gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. Williams with it. Van Vliet covering from deep. Holmgren sinks it from distance.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Thompson against Holmgren. Green, the pass to Brooks. Takes a 3. And it's Green missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Williams misses. And it's Şengün with the ball for the Rockets. Green for 3. Doesn't go that time. Thunder trail by 3. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Williams' shot is good.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
B.A., it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure you could put a ceiling on what that potential is. Such good length for a guard. Opponents struggle to keep Gilgeous-Alexander from scoring the basketball.
Pass to Brooks to halt the run. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Thunder have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Off target from outside. Houston in the lead. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rockets with a rebound. Tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. The kick out to Williams. Back to Caruso. Launches a three. Eason pulls it in. Stolen by Caruso. From behind the arc. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Williams in at the 5 down low. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's a screen by Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Caruso left side. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Whitmore. Gets some space and buries the jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter.
And nice read as usual by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Three-pointer Holiday. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wallace. Wiggins outside. Caruso outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the three.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Just 3 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. You must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Şengün, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Wiggins for 3. The Thunder with another miss. The Rockets have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. The 3, Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
There's a screen by Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Eason pulls it in.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Oklahoma City has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
They now take the lead. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
An excellent pull-up jump shooter. Smith doesn't need much airspace to do some damage.
Back to Wallace. Caruso outside. Pass to Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Holiday. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Smith no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
On the wing, Caruso. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Rockets have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Three-pointer, Holiday nails it from beyond the arc. Holiday's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Wallace, the pass to Williams.
Rockets foul.
And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Thompson, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Brooks comes in for Eason. Jalen Green, he's checked in for Whitmore. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Dort in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace sinks the tray. And the Thunder lead by 1.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And for Oklahoma City, they're shooting only 36% during the second. VanVleet against Holmgren. For 3. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Three-pointer, Brooks. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Monster buzzer beater helps carve into that deficit. It's anyone's game now.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, BA, dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, BA.
VanVleet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Dylan Brooks is out there with Thompson, and it's Şengün in at the center position. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Houston in the lead. Şengün finds VanVleet. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Now here's VanVleet. Pass to Şengün. Now Brooks. Williams defending. Gilgeous-Alexander against VanVleet. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like BA, he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. The sky is the limit for this guy.
Hartenstein with a screen on VanVleet. Gilgeous-Alexander against VanVleet. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And it's SGA showing he can play without the ball.
VanVleet outside. Here's Şengün. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Williams against Şengün. To the paint. Thompson with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. They've got numbers. Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the mark there with a 3. For Houston, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Outside for Green. Van Vliet against Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Green. Yet to see a basket. From the arc. Just 4 to shoot. Şengün, no good.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. Pass to Holmgren. From outside the arc. Oh, it's blocked by Green.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Eason's checked in for the Rockets. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Thompson. Here's Eason. The Rockets with another miss. Williams against Van Vliet. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. So for the Rockets, Steven Adams checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. And it's Shepard in for Fred Van Vliet. The Rockets have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Smith outside. Offensive board. Pass to Shepard. And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul of the game. Whitmore's checked in for Shepard. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. And so it's Houston with it. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And it's Whitmore missing. Oklahoma City trailing. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Caruso outside. Knocks down the triple. Caruso's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's gonna take for someone to pull away.
A 3 off the inbound. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we've just finished the third. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. But you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And Oklahoma City looking at who they've got to start the fourth. We've got Aaron Wiggins. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Williams. And it's Caruso in at the 3. Now here's Wiggins. Here's Wallace. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Caruso outside. From outside, off the mark.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Houston.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Good work there as it goes.
The shot is repeatable. Smith Jr. has made that stroke so consistent.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace outside. And another miss by Oklahoma City. And so Şengün will bring it up for the Rockets. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. This one for 3. Caruso grabs the board. Caruso's got 4 rebounds now. Launches it from deep. The Thunder with another miss. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Oh, the confidence from SGA on that 3.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
Houston has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Holiday finds Şengün. Outside Whitmore. Lets the 3 fly, and Houston another 3.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
Pass to Wiggins, back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the 3, and Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Houston leading by 3. Here's Easton. The offensive rebound. Caruso outside. Fires for 3. On the wing, Caruso. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder able to keep possession. And Houston will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Brooks comes in for Eason. Jalen Green, he's checked in for Whitmore. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Hardenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores. Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
Green, the pass to Thompson. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Pass to Şengün. The kick out to VanVleet. The 3. The shot no good.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive. Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brooks against Williams. Thompson outside. Beyond the arc. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Now, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
To force OT. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. All right, Allie, good stuff.
out tonight in this one. Some big names on the floor.
Well, that's so much what the NBA is about. The best players in the world, and some of them are the elite of the elite. So you've got stars leading the way on both sides in this one. Can't wait for it to happen.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Holmgren can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Out to Edwards. The 3. Nice D from Williams.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Drills it from outside.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
And, yes, it's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Known as the Stifle Tower, Gobert's defense and rebounding are valuable to this team.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
And here's Randall after the three-pointer from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Edwards on the wing. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside, Dort. Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. Dort misses. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Conley's shot is off. The Thunder leading by 5. And Hall of Famer David Aldridge spoke with Chris Finch. David?
And he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. And then Randall slams it in.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
Williams attacking. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here we are sizing up Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Wallace is checked in. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They trail by 6. Randall with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Williams' shot is off. Minnesota's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. Now, I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Randall outside. Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Thunder leading by 7. Takes the three. Julius Randle with the rebound. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. Lets the three fly. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And here now the Thunder. Now Caruso. Over Conley. Reed with the rebound.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
DiVincenzo kicks to Randle. Thunder with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the defense.
Oh, wow, man.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
Naz Reid out there with Miller. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. There's the triple. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Wiggins kicks to Caruso. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Timberwolves trail by 9. To the inside. And stolen by Wiggins. Over in the corner, Caruso. It's deflected. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And it's Wiggins missing. For Minnesota, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And he's good on the three ball. Mark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. It wore me out too, partner. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka. Woo! Yeah, don't make my head spin.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Shots good by Miller.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Pass to Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Alexander Walker. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Cason Wallace. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Shoots over Caruso. Another miss by Minnesota.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard. Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength, and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle comes in for Naz Reid, and it's McDaniels in for Edwards. Here's McDaniels, and he can't stop the run as he misses. Oklahoma City leading by 15. Dort finds Hartenstein. Back to Dort. Holmgren with it. He's defended by Randle. It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Joe. The kick out to Williams. 4 on the clock. Such a wide open look. Holmgren's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Now here's Gobert. Now McDaniels. Randle from outside. No good on that one.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Screen by Hartenstein. Joe can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 18. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Right there, Conley working his magic inside. He is crafty near the rack.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
8 seconds left here in the second. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And just a perfectly designed play. Anytime you can get a dunk on the inbounds, you know the X's and O's were in the right spot.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Thunder up by 16. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Get ready for the big half-court shots.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. Dort passes to Hartenstein. Now Holmgren. And that one, good. Holmgren's got 9 points.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he's good on the second. And here now the Thunder. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. And that one is good from Hartenstein.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nobody near Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. The people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 10-1 run. The drive by Holmgren. Jacks up a 3. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Oklahoma City's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Holmgren. For 3, Edwards. Knocked away.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Randle with the ball. Williams picks him up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, the creative finishing ability of Randle draws a lot of fouls.
The Timberwolves missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And here are the Thunder now. Big stretch here going 10-2. Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Pass to Conley. It's Edwards on the wing.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Timberwolves have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripe tonight.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Caruso. Conley grabs the miss. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Zhang comes in for Williams. And Aaron Wiggins is subbed in for George. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Clark's checked in. Timberwolves shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Thunder have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. The Thunder shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the first one drops. He's off on the second. Inside, Caruso with the steal. Williams passes to Zhang and finished off by Zhang.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's
what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Isaiah Joe comes in for Jalen Williams. DiVincenzo against Wallace. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Thunder have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight, 6 of 9 to be exact.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a...
And so it's Oklahoma City, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Reed, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Minot in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The wide open look here for Caruso. Can't drop the tough 3-pointer. And Clark slams it in.
A versatile guard, DiVincenzo is excellent at hitting his teammates in their spots.
Pass to Williams. And he drops it in from the low post.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Minot can't get it to go. Oklahoma City dictating the flow. Williams kicks to Wallace. Good on the 3-point shot.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
On the wing, Wallace. Poke loose. For 3, Edwards traps in the tray.
Nice smooth 3-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Here's Wallace. That 3 off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Launches it. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Some changes for Minnesota. Garza's checked in, and it's Conley in for Clark. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Jones checked in for Williams. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Screen by Jones. And that one's good. Caruso.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Julius Randle's checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Jang, he's checked in for the Thunder. Williams comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Williams passes to Jang. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
For Minnesota, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Ring shot on the way. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. The Timberwolves shooting a rough 22% so far in this one.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Thunder.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Jang. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Julius Randle picks one up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And then for Oklahoma City, Wiggins is checked in for Williams. And it's Mitchell in for Waltz. Edwards, that's good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Timberwolves passing it around. Clock at 6. Pass to McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Edwards can't hit. Caruso with the ball. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate.
Premium tonight, Richard. These are two of the stingiest defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, these games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Amin Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Edwards can't hit. On the wing, Green, guarded by Edwards. Inside. Outside for Brooks. Şengün, the screen. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Van Vliet against Conley. Here's Şengün. Three-pointer off the mark. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And here's Edwards outside after missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And this is how confident Edwards is. Feels like he can sink these shots whenever he wants.
Outside, Green takes it inside. That shot is off. McDaniels with some nice D. Pass to Edwards, and here's Conley. There's the triple. Goes back up. In deep, Edwards drops it in. Edwards has got 5 points.
And what timing from Edwards on that play. He's right there to save the day.
Outside for Brooks. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. To the middle, Randle. Thompson pulls it in.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Green finds Van Vliet. The Rockets with another miss. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Edwards for 3. Here's Gobert. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
And it's Thompson penetrating. Edwards against Brooks. Şengün, a screen on Edwards. Here's Brooks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
And sometimes you forget about Van Vliet's speed. When this happens, he's more than happy to remind you of it.
You know, it's hard to understate the value Van Vliet brings to this team, Richard.
When you look back at Toronto's championship in 2019, he made some huge plays. When the moment got big, he came through and came out on top.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Pick by Smith, and here's Green from the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. For 3, Conley. It's hauled in by Houston. There's a minute 26 left in the first. To the wing, right side. Jacks up a 3. Houston with another miss. Minnesota in the lead. Randall inside. Defended by Thompson. Randall can't hit. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Houston. And it's hammered home by Green.
This is what Green loves to do, getting strong positioning inside and going to work.
Gobert against Smith. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Such dynamic play from Green, drawing the contact and finding a way to beat it.
And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. Anthony Edwards is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. Now here's Edwards. Whitmore defending. Here's Miller. And a miss there on the triple. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Pass to Whitmore. Outside Eason. Puts up a 3. He buries it from 3. Here's Edwards. He's got 5. On the wing, Alexander Walker. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Minnesota is shooting their first free throws of the game. Good on the second one. Nine seconds left in the first quarter. Here's DiVincenzo, and he banks in the layup.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Whitmore.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Rockets ahead, up 1. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Rockets?
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Ingles in at the 4. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. The Timberwolves trail. Reid with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. Pass to Whitmore. Back to Holiday. Fires the three. Hits the three-pointer.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 40% so far in this one. Edwards for three. Ooh, poked away.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Holiday against DiVincenzo. Now Whitmore. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defense is disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Left side, Holiday. The three, Smith. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Smith's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
On the wing, Whitmore. Covered by Alexander Walker. Eason against DiVincenzo. Pass to Whitmore. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Ingles. Timberwolves trail by 7. Outside Edwards. The three ball. Oh, Edwards. Money on the triple.
Shooting the three with confidence. That's exactly what this team needs from Edwards.
Holiday with the ball. Ingles covering. Ingles against Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Smith with a screen on DiVincenzo. Pass to Whitmore. The three is up. Knocks down the long J. And now a 9-point Rocket lead.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Here's Reed. There's the drive. A slam dunk by Reed.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Smith with a screen on DiVincenzo. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Edwards. Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
Oh, great power driving to the bucket. Edwards gets it to fall. A fearless finisher.
Holiday with the ball. Picked up by Reed. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, that's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents. Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Outside Eason. Launches it. The rebound by Ingles.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Holiday. And there's the drive. Here's Eason. Drops in the three. Eason's got 6 points.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's DiVincenzo. The kick out to Edwards. Fires the three. Edwards can't get that one to fall. With 1 on the clock. And he slams it in one-handed.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. And so it's Houston ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back with you shortly. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Alperon Şengün out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1. Şengün, the screen. Green, the pass to Thompson. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Pass to Green. 4-3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot. You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Out to Thompson. Out to the right wing. Van Vliet left side. Houston gets it back. The 3. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 3 assists in the game.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter. Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Conley with the ball. Van Vliet covering. On the break. Here's Şengün. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Randle. Şengün with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Green for 3. Drills it from deep. Green's got 8 points.
There's a nice pace to Green's game, so the pull-up, it could be a weapon for him.
Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brooks, the pass to Thompson. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Minnesota making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Eason's checked in. Outside, DiVincenzo. No good again that time. The Rockets lead by 16. Here's Eason. Off target with the 3. Outside Edwards. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. And here they come from deep. And another miss by Houston. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. The shot by Conley, no good. Houston with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Thompson, he can't hit that time. Randle with some nice D. Gobert finds Conley. Shot is up. Another miss by Minnesota. Well, Houston's shooting it at 52%. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 16. Edwards, no good. So it's the Rockets now. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Minnesota's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Deflected! Thompson with it. Randle's in his pocket. Three-pointer. And it's Eason with a 3. Eason's got 9 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And certain nights, Edwards just goes off. Very tough to stop when he's in the zone.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Randall, the pass to Conley. It's rebounded by Şengün. Outside Eason. Thompson finds Eason. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Eason's got 6 points in the quarter.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. And it's Clark in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 20. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And here's Edwards outside. Good work defensively by Whitmore.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Eason. There's the three. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Timberwolves shooting just 35% from the floor. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Shepherd, he's checked in for Houston, and he's good on the second. The Rockets lead by 19. Şengün, a screen on DiVincenzo. Driving to the basket for three. Smith drains the triple.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
DiVincenzo on the wing. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And here's Shepherd for three. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's Edwards outside. Minnesota again missing.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And that one's good. Whitmore.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Clark. Edwards got 20.
Oh, there's another three. Love seeing Edwards deliver the revenge triple.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Reed finds Edwards. Offline with a three.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Eason. Kept alive. Pass to Shepherd. From deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some. Shepherd's got his first 3 points of the game.
You're coming into the league with a good three-point stroke. Shepherd pro-ready from deep.
And Edwards slams it in.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
Here's Whitmore outside. Gets the three to fall. Whitmore's got 6 points in the quarter.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Smith no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Lets it go from deep. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Minnesota shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Pass to Miller. Now here's Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Edwards on the wing. Buries it from 3. Edwards has got 13 in the second half.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Rockets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Alperen Şengün.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Williams is checked in for Houston. Here's Gobert going inside. Oh, and Gobert powers it home. Smith outside for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. Buries it down low.
Monster down low. I mean, Gobert says, forget your contact and give me the bucket.
Three-pointer, Holiday. That shot, no good. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin.
You know, these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. And this figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Now, here's Dort. Hartenstein with the screen on Green. Dort. They get it back. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks. Mark Dagnall and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint will be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Van Vliet can't get it to go. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Nobody near Williams. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
Brooks misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Hartenstein against Green. Outside Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Houston's gone 0 for 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. This one for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Well, because of his high basketball IQ, Fred Van Vliet understands catch and shoot. I'm shot ready. Jumper in.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. They trail by 1. Pass to Sengun. Back to Green. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Down low. The kick out to Williams. Stolen by Brooks. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Three-pointer. No good there. Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Deflects the pass. Inside. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Green against Dort. Just 5 on the clock. Holmgren sets the screen for Dort. No good from outside. The Rockets trail. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Now Van Vliet after the missed 3 from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From 13, the Thunder with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Van Vliet can't get that one to fall. Here's Oklahoma City now. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Van Vliet. The 3. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that. Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
They need this one. It's rebounded by Houston.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Rockets ahead, up 2. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. And it's Alex Caruso. Then there's Wallace, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Took him no time at all on that one. Wallace has got the lead up to 4 now for Oklahoma City. Fires the 3. Shot by Easton, no good. Oklahoma City shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead. And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Wiggins kicks to Williams. Here's Caruso. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. Eason grabs the board. Rockets trail by 7. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. No coverage that time.
And allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by Oklahoma City.
Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
To the left side wing. A wide open look here for Caruso. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass. So important.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Here's Caruso. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Whitmore. His 3-pointer is off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Wiggins passes to Caruso. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Off target from outside. Rockets shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. And it's Whitmore missing. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. A three-pointer, no good. Rockets trail by 15. Eason gets a wide-open look. He sinks the three-pointer. Eason's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. And it's Wiggins missing. On offense, here are the Rockets. Here's Eason. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Thunder leading by 12. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Smith finds Holiday. And here is Şengün. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Outside Holiday. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action in just a minute. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks, and it's small forward. Connects from three-point range. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Pass to Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
It's Dort on the wing. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Van Vliet launches it from deep. The Rockets again can't hit. The Thunder leading by 15. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Sinks the triple.
Well, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status.
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Rockets trail by 18. From deep, Green. It's good from long range. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
D.A., the versatility. That is pretty special. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. Alex Caruso Adams checked in for Chet Holmgren. And a switch here also for Houston. Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. On the wing, Thompson. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Hartenstein with the screen on Van Vliet to the paint. Hartenstein passes to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Thompson comes with the double team. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams, stolen by Thompson. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Always comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for Houston, Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. And it's Jabari Smith in for Amen Thompson. Easton passes to Adams. Houston moving it around. And Green gets it to go.
Oh, not even thinking about it. When Green is catching and firing like that, you know he's feeling it.
Wiggins finds Williams. Here's Dort. Misses the 3. Rockets trail by 14. Out to Smith. Pass to Adams. Van Vliet wide open. And Houston again with the bucket.
And the stroke of Van Vliet is so nice, proving once again why he's so valuable to this team.
Launches a 3. Rebound by Williams.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Williams kicks to Dort. Caruso against Easton. Here's Wallace. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Green fires from way outside. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Thunder lead by 12. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Alex Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Williams. And it's Jang in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Williams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Wiggins comes in for Kenrich Williams. Williams, he's checked in for Houston. Aaron Holiday comes in for Shepard. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Williams.
The D a little bit too concerned about the ball going inside on the inbound play. They forgot to guard that perimeter.
Out to Wallace. Fires the 3. The rebound by Holiday. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Easton. And another 3 for Houston.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 25 points.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Offensive rebound. Over to the wing. Hits the three-point bomb. Eason's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the Rockets.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
I love when Shai does not just settle for a layup, finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
Smith for 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Great defense that time from Şengün. Rockets trail by 7. There's the triple. Shot by Easton, no good. And it's Wiggins with the ball for Oklahoma City. They led by as many as 18 points. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Şengün. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Smith feeling it out a bit. The kick out to Williams. Here's the three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Wiggins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiggins. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 29.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
And it's Smith missing.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Eason against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul on Tari Eason. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder with some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Williams. Jones comes in for Wiggins. And it's Dort in for Alex Caruso. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Houston. And Van Vliet comes in for Aaron Holiday. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Thunder with the rebound.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Right side Jones. 5 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander has that ability to adjust in midair, take the contact. That is nicely done.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Jang. Holmgren comes in for Jones. And it's Williams in for Case and Wallace. Houston also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Cam Whitmore.
Now you see the wherewithal of Fred Van Vliet. Finds the soft spot in the defense and converts.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Thunder.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
The three. It's rebounded by Şengün. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
3 points.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A confident win and one where they...
depth chart, Coach. How important is that in assembling a contender?
Well, look, it's even more important, Brian, in the regular season than it is in the playoffs. To get through a long NBA season and get yourself in good playoff position, you're going to need a lot of guys. 12, 13 guys at different points of the year are going to have to be ready to make contributions. Now, obviously, the team with the better starting five will have the edge, but depth can be a big factor even in the playoffs.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ant are the one of the two. McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low. Williams with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. The shot by Dort, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Gobert, no good.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Randle, pass to Gobert, and stolen by Holmgren. Dort against Edwards. Williams from long range. Pure from three-point range. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Here's Randle. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randle, he usually gets the best of it.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Randle can't hit. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Back to Daniels. Randle deciding where to go with it. And here's Edwards outside. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game now. And the Thunder making a change here. Wallace is checked in. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during his summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker.
I like seeing Conley look for his shot because it puts defenses in compromising situations.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dort. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for McDaniels.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Caruso against Conley. Caruso misses. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership. the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
Clark is checked in for Conley. And there it is for him. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Wiggins from long range. Alexander Walker grabs the board. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. To the inside. There's 39 seconds left in the opening quarter. Now here's Wallace. DiVincenzo covering. The layup off target. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Alexander Walker. And it goes. As the official calls the foul. Count it. And he'll shoot one more at the line. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Williams. Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Clark. The Thunder have gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
And stolen by Williams. And stolen by Edwards. Down low. Picked it out of midair. Wiggins from long range. That shot missing. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's the Thunder. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Joe Ingles, then it's Miller, and it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
DiVincenzo to pass to Miller. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defenders just clearing out, and Gilgeous-Alexander came in with a purpose.
Ingles finds DiVincenzo. Stolen by Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Ingles covering. Here's Caruso. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Caruso's got his first points of the game. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Miller. Oh, rejected by Wiggins. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Here's Ingles. Good work defensively by Caruso. Thunder leading by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiggins. Oh, and Reed with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. For the Thunder, Hartenstein comes in for Williams. And it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Now there's your rim protection. That's how you defend the post.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close. It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Wiggins outside. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
They get it back. DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Here's Hartenstein. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And the Thunder lead by 7. And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. DiVincenzo with it. Caruso covers. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Caruso. Randall, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for DiVincenzo. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA showing off the athleticism there.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. From deep, Conley. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Oh, the confidence from SGA on that three.
Come on, man. If SGA is hitting that, it's good night.
Here's Edwards. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Thunder leading by 12. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, VA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Wallace, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Timberwolves also with a sub. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards.
And what focus from Dort inside. Even while being fouled, he still puts a shot in the air.
At the line for two.
Good on both. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. That shot off. The Thunder have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. And an intentional foul right there. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. No good on the free throw.
And I think Lou Dort is a textbook example of a high-effort player. He is just relentless on both ends, constantly looking for ways to make a difference.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Williams passes to Dort. Wallace with it. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 15.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Conley passes to Gobert. Shoots over Hartenstein, and it's rejected. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Dort, no good. Timberwolves trail by 17. Randall inside, working on Williams.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block. Defending with purpose.
Dort for three. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Williams on the wing. It's Dort on the wing. McDaniels covering. Pass to Holmgren. Fires the 3. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Timberwolves trail by 20. Here's Conley. Here's Edwards. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by Conley. From downtown, Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 18.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Minnesota again missing.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Oklahoma City leading by 23. Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. The three is up. They get it back. Pass to Holmgren. Williams from long range. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Williams passes to Hartenstein. The shot comes out. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Lets the three fly. Nails it from three. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points in the quarter.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Alexander Walker's checked in. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed's checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. The kick out to Williams. Launches it. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Pass to Randall. Fires the three. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he can't get the first one. And the Thunder making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Clark is checked in for Conley. Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far, hard to imagine.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him.
Julius Randle, 2 shots.
And Randall drops them both. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Caruso outside. Here's the three, and the three-pointer goes. Caruso's got 5 points.
Well, for him, it hasn't been a big night. With his reputation, they've used him more as a decoy.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. No good with the triple. And Williams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The free throw drops for Williams. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Timberwolves really having a tough go here. For 3, DiVincenzo. Wallace pulls it in. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. And here's Caruso outside. The shot, no good. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th quarter. Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at power forward. Wiggins for 3. On target from range.
The defense was just nowhere to be found. And because of that, it adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Outside Reid. Pass to Alexander Walker. 5 to shoot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Caruso misses. And for Minnesota, they're shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
The kick out to Wiggins. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. DiVincenzo with the steal. And he lobs it up. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, my. Edwards going way up for that slam.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. Oh, and Reid with a block. Here's Alexander Walker. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And B.A., if you let him, he will do damage.
No resistance, you pay.
Yeah, look, never tempt a guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Joe comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Garza's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Alexander Walker. Edwards for 3. Good D by Wallace.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Caruso with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Caruso with the bucket.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the 4th quarter.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Wallace's shot is good. And here's Edwards. 1:58 left in the 4th. Outside, DiVincenzo. Looking to get back on track. And he lays it up and in.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
DiVincenzo with a steal. On the take. Reid with it. Now Wiggins defending. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. So for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Williams, and it's Jones in for Wiggins. With the floater, Garza's shot is good.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Thunder.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And what a huge performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
From the arc, Alexander Walker grabs the board.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Dillingham with the bucket. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Caruso misses. Outside, Alexander Walker. And another three from Minnesota. Here's Caruso. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes the three. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 17-7 run. And here's Clark for three. Williams grabs the board. Now here's Wallace. So it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. We saw two different teams tonight.